Well, good morning, everybody. It's about 10:30, and I just want to give you all an update on what I've been doing in the shop. Well, this is a big 6-cylinder American Bosch Magneto, and I mean, last night it looked like hell. It looked pretty bad. I went through it, cleaned it up. I couldn't believe it. This thing sat on the shelf in the shop at the museum probably for the last, I don't know, 20 years. It came off of one of the trains out front, which there's 2 trains in front. One's got they're little small trains. Well, not small, but smaller than a full-size locomotive that we use for cane hauling. And one of them's got a big 6-cylinder Buddha engine in it. I mean, huge 6-cylinder Buddha engine in it. And the other one's got a Waukesha 6-cylinder flathead, a little much smaller, high RPM. I'm sure the Buddha max RPM on it's 800 or so. But, well, the Buddha's locked up and the Waukesha's loose, but there's no point in getting the trains running because you can't do anything with them. The controls are rusted away, and there's about a 40-foot, 50-foot section of track that they both sit on. You can't go anywhere. So, anyways, this is the Magneto that came off of that big Buddha. I knew it because it was painted the same color as the Buddha engine, and 6-cylinder. And we have 2 6-cylinder tractors on the farm, in the museum, and neither of them would have neither of them were painted the same color as Magneto was. So this Magneto probably hasn't run in probably about 35 years. I took it in my shop last night, popped the cap off of it, cleaned the points, and don't you know this thing will shoot a fat blue spark even after sitting that long in a damp, wet shop. It had water in it. That goes to attest to these Magnetos. These old American Bosch Magnetos like this, they don't die. We have several pieces of equipment with this same style of Magneto, 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder, that they all run like a top. I mean, you cannot kill these Magnetos other than you put a condenser in them every once in a while. I didn't even put a condenser in this thing, and it shoots a fat blue spark. So anyways, that's it. I cleaned it up. I painted the body because the body was severely corroded. I mean, you can see the tag. The tag is like, move my little light, and you can't really see the tag, but the tag's like eating half away, but works great now. So this is it fits with a couple of slight modifications. It's going to fit on that McCormick Gearing WK40. So I'm going to try to get that big WK40 running soon, now that I have a good hot Magneto for it. And, well, let me see something. See these lights? It's a Dazor light. It's 2 fluorescent bulbs. And I tell you what, that is the best workbench light. 2 fluorescents. It only uses about 35 watts. It's on a stand, which mine's a little broken. It's got a hose clamp on it. But these things, I mean, they move anywhere you want them to. They stay. I picked this one up at a garage sale. This is probably from the 50s, 60s. And it works fantastic. It's the best workbench light ever. So if any of y'all see one of these in a thrift store and have a workbench, grab it. So anyways, that aside, what else I've been working on? That's the carburetor off the John Deere Model B. Cleaned it out again. I put a kit in it at first, and she started sputtering and stalling on me, and acting like she was running out of fuel again. So I rebuilt the carburetor. Well, I didn't rebuild it, but I went through it, cleaned it again. I didn't find anything wrong, so I'm kind of at my wit's end with it. Anyways, and I also got the manifold for the Alice Chalmers B. Took it off, cleaned it up, painted it with some high heat paint, VHT flame proof paint, and I took the original underhood Nelson muffler off. Cleaned it up, repainted it. So it's going to look good if nothing else, and hopefully I can get that thing running again. But that's what I've been working on. I'm still waiting on getting my coolant elbow back for that. And once I get that back, I can stick that radiator back on. I actually went yesterday and I was kind of limited in time, so I couldn't make a video, but I put the fuel pump and the Magneto back on the compressor and dribbled a little gas in the carburetor. She had 2 pulls and she lighted right off, no problem. Better than she ever has. So I'm glad I went through that Magneto. And now I got that fuel pump working. I can get the fuel system reassembled, and hopefully that'll work a little better. But well, that's what's been going on here, and that's pretty much what I've been up to. I've been, kind of taking little pieces like magnetos and carburetors and stuff like that. And it's a lot easier bringing them back here and working on them here in my shop than trying to work on them over there. The shop over there is kind of crowded. It's got a bunch of woodwork and stuff in it. It's dirty. Tools ain't very good. So here I can actually work on it with my stuff sitting at my workbench, got my radio cranked up, no problem. So that's what I've been up to. Hopefully one of these days I can start getting back to some of my fans. I'd like to get this little Gilbert done soon. I think I'm going to paint that metallic blue. I mean, these are kind of uncommon fans, but not so uncommon that I'm going to feel bad about painting it a different color. A little bright metallic blue on that, polish it out. Ought to look good. So, anyways, that's what's been up over here. And I'll give you all another update pretty soon.